Okay. What was that?
I didn't touch it.
You hit the fan with your booty.
No, I didn't touch it. I was nowhere, guys. Welcome to the channel. Clay is currently messing around with the medicine cabinet, and we're gonna try to get it mounted back in the bathroom. Wanted to do a video. I got a really cool message from Doyle, which is his dad owned this for like 20 years and lived in it with it attached to like another building. So I was going to read you guys the message, and I'll plug in a couple pictures that he's gotten me. He said he wants to, or he's going to try to find me some other pictures, but I was going to read this message to you guys so y'all can know a little backstory on the Winnebago. So it says a little more info on the Bago. Dad, aka Papa Nat, traveled in it for 3 or 4 years, and then he parked it at Lake Sinclair on a lot around 1998. He built a roof over it and then built a cabin on the passenger side. So that would explain a lot of our caulking that's out there that we've taken off. Cabin had a bathroom, kitchen, and living room with a wood heater. The holes and caulk on the side is where he attached the cabin to the Bago. After that, he never used the kitchen or the bathroom in the Winnebago again. He spray painted the inside of the windows for privacy. There was lots of, was it green? Yeah. Green paint on the windows. I mean, it wasn't there when we got it, but we had to scrape a bunch off. He cut the holes in the cabinet doors back when he used to drive it on trips and put a toaster oven and something else there. It had a generator, but he knew he never used it again, so he sold it. We need the generator. My kids and his grandkids grew up staying with him. My stepmother, Judy Smith, was at the lake often. I replaced the wheel cylinders and master cylinder when I did my YouTube video. It originally came with one gas tank, and the second tank was added when he got it. So we just pulled out both tanks the other day. Clay's working on them. We were going to try to do some footage with those, but just didn't work out, and now it's like pouring down rain outside, so we're not doing it now.
The original one is a 25, and it was the aftermarket one is a 30, which is dated of 76. The tag on it. It's a little heavier gauge steel, but it also has a hole in it. But I hadn't decided whether we're going to try and find like one single big tank, adapt from something else, or I read online maybe some white vinegar and muriatic acid and kind of clean the tanks ourselves.
So we're doing that now.
We'll see how that goes.
One of them has white vinegar and muriatic acid in it right now, right? Yeah. It's just sitting there. So hopefully that'll be good. Which this we already knew, but it has a 318 engine and a 727 transmission. He put new tires and dust exhaust on it before he parked it at the lake. Not sure when the refrigerator was replaced, but it had a dorm style fridge in it for the last several years that he had it. We have no fridge. We'll get to that in a minute. The front seats were so dirty because he stored them on top of the Winnebago, and because he took them out and he lowered the overhead bunk in the front. So the bunk that's up here that slides out, he had it lowered. He was 6'6", so he was really tall, and that's where he slept. He couldn't fit in the back really well. He was just too tall. Dole put the seats back in it and put the back bunk back where it was supposed to go when he got it, thank goodness. He lived 5 miles from the lake, but he did spend half his time or more at the lake. And then Dole goes on talking about he's proud that we're YouTubing it and documenting it. He says, he's talking about the camper refrigerators. Normally they use ammonia instead of Freon, but you can plug them in before installing them just to make sure they work. And then he sent me a picture. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'll try to show you. I can zoom in, but this is the setup that Papa Nat had at the lake. And I guess I could have like plugged that in, but so he had a shelter over it, and we see the door because he didn't need the door because he attached it to like a cabin, and then it had a window unit in it as well. So that was pretty cool. He sent me another one, but it's on my phone, and I don't think I sent that one to Clay. But about the refrigerator, so we you know, we went on an adventure last week and we bought a fridge. Well, it doesn't work. So we are still on the hunt for a fridge, and we are trying to decide if we really want to go back with like the ammonia fridge that runs off of, or is it gas fridge? Gas slash electric fridge. Currently we are dealing with a roof leak in the back. Clay has gotten on top several times and put sealant up there. Yeah, he wants to just strip all the stuff that's on the roof, which is like a bunch of sealant that people put up there over time, and just redo it. And probably gonna have to cut the piece of wood out like over the bed in the back and replace that. So I guess currently we're just working on the medicine cabinet and gas tanks, but we do have lights. I guess I should have started off with that.
Plugged up in the house.
We do have lights, so that's really cool. Let me see if I can like switch this around so you go. Well, I don't think I can. Let's do it like this. But we have lights, so our little hangout spot for the time being. But yeah, that's what's been going on, and I'm appreciative to have Doyle because his dad lived in it for 20 years, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, I think that's about it for this video, and see if we can film Clay trying to install the medicine cabinet.
Yeah, I need some light.
He needs lights. All right, guys.
Oh. There's our first crack.